Hi guys, welcome back. It's Chrissy the Crystal Indigo, and right now I'm coming online to share a beautiful message for you guys. You let me know if this resonates for you, and after this message, I'm going to communicate something with you all, my soul sisters, brothers, my soul family. And again, if you guys have book sessions, purchase readings, ordered products, check out the Etsy shop. It's Chrissy Crystal Indigo, or my website, www.chrissythecrystalindigo.com. I continue to let you guys know that because I'm now getting clients all the way from India, and it's just been a beautiful experience to share my light and work my purpose and mission that I've been guided to, right? So at the end of this video, after you get done hearing everything that I'm about to communicate, I want you to comment in the comment sections. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what's on your mind. And you can also email me personally. That email is in the description box below. And so what I've done today is I went in, I meditated, and I pulled a spread. I'm not going to tell you what I asked, what was it for. I'm going to read each single card. And then at the end of that, I'm going to explain why I pulled this spread. So for divine masculine, divine feminine, you know where you resonate. If this is connected to you, then it's you. If it's not, then it's your divine masculine, okay? The energies are interchangeable. So the first card out is Shapeshifter, right? And so it says, transform and unveil your gifts. Transform and unveil your gifts. So some of you have the gift to shapeshift because you have the shamanism energy, or in your lineage, you know what I mean? Like, especially if your family Native American, I know it's strong in my bloodline, and you have the ability to shapeshift. And you may notice, like, when you go into new work environments or things like that, all of a sudden things fall away, or drastic changes immediately start to take effect, and it's your energy. You are a shapeshifter, right? But with shapeshifter, it talks about transform and unveil your gifts, and then the message is take your time and focus on developing your gifts and strengths, right? So in Native traditions, a shapeshifter is either an animal that has the capacity to change between species, or a shaman who has the capacity to transform into an animal to go journeying. If there is a wild animal you are particularly drawn to or fascinated by, it's probably because you can transform into one in your meditation or journeying practice to go exploring in the other worlds. When you shift into animal form, you can see the world through different eyes and tap into the animal survivor skills to help yourself through a particular situation. So I remember one time I tried it during meditation, and I saw myself through the eyes of a panther, and the energy was so beautiful. I mean, even the eyes and like all of that. And so if you feel you have this gift, try it in meditation, right? Because it will help us with certain situations. So the extended message says, you may have been through many challenges and lows, but now you are in a space of transformation. You are moving beyond the past challenges and honing your current strengths. There are opportunities for you to discover and rediscover the gifts and talents that you were born with and born to share. All of your past experiences have only helped you see how strong you really are. You are an amazing soul who can change and transform in ways that people least expect. You have many talents that you will share in your lifetime. You are guided to stay focused on the light, knowing that it will guide you forward. When this card arrives, there's also an opportunity for you to tap into the power of your spirit animal. Note if you are seeing a particular animal regularly, because its medicine is coming to you. All right. The next card, we all are familiar with this card, High Priestess, right? And then we have the representation of Basset in front of her, right? To help with low vibrational energies, right? And so with High Priestess, harness mystic power. Align with the light and focus on all things positive. The High Priestess is the physical embodiment of the divine feminine, the goddess in human form. She has had many names through the time and space, but her essence has remained similar, fierce, powerful, and disciplined. In many traditions, particularly pre-Christian, the High Priestess was in charge of spiritual and religious orders and was the voice of authority and guidance from the gods. The High Priestess in this deck is the consort and partner of the High Priest. If you look at them together, you will see them mirror each other's energy. She is joined by a black cat representing the Egyptian goddess Bas, who protects her from lower energies, and she stands strong in her glory and power. You are a mystic with the capacity to connect with energies that go beyond the human senses. Within you is a force of magic that is directed by your will. There is an opportunity for you to rise up at this time, but it requires dedication and discipline. You are being guided to look at what you are working on or at the situation before you and determine where your priorities lie. If you are unable to figure that out, you must use your intuition and discernment to focus on what will bring you closer to your goal and the happiness of everyone involved. When this card arrives, it's also important for you to check in with your intuition, as it will give you guidance that will be important for your growth. Beautiful, right? The next card we have, I found it earlier, I think it's 120. Yep. Broken Arrow. Embrace the energy of peace. Let go of the need to defend yourself and prepare to offer peace. You are safe. Just as the arrow card symbolizes defense and protection, the broken arrow card symbolizes peace. In Native American traditions, a broken arrow would mean that the tribes were no longer fighting one another, but were making alliances. When you see a broken arrow in a meditation, vision, dream, or reading, it is a message that you no longer need to fight because peace has arrived. This is a powerful symbol of harmony, serenity, and community. If you have been exposed to a situation in which you have felt the need to protect yourself or defend what you feel is right, know that this is now coming to an end. With the arrival of the broken arrow card, you are being guided to know that the energies of light are entering to wash away all the darkness. You can drop your shields and protection. You are now in a situation that will honor you and honor your needs. Arguments are ending and disagreements are being resolved. Prepare to talk things through and offer the peace that you would like to enjoy. In order to move forward in a more fearless way, it's important for you to let go of the idea that you can be hurt by this situation or the people involved, because this will only work against you. Know that your angelic guides and ancestors are standing around you, protecting you and taking you lovingly forward. Beautiful. Now, who is this resonating with? And don't be shy. Let me know in the comment sections. All right. Overall energy. Trader. Exchange energy to create abundance. Make connections and exchange information, talents, or support. The trader brings the lesson and energy of exchange. When he appears, he could represent an opportunity to exchange talents, whatever they may be, in order to expand or be about the exchange of energies that come from the universe, or both. For example, if you are a creative person or consider yourself creative, when you share your talents, you are giving them. And when you do so, the universe will give you more in order for you to share more. It's a beautiful cycle. The trader also reminds you to be open and honest and act with integrity in your exchanges, because doing something to get something will only lead to challenges. The universe operates under the law of cause and effect and is always looking to return to a natural state of balance. So if you are lacking in the feelings of abundance at this time, you are being invited to share your time, your gifts, and your understanding with others. If you are frustrated because something isn't unfolding in your life, instead of asking yourself what you can get, ask what can you give. The exchange of energy doesn't necessarily mean financial energy. It can also be about supporting in order to feel supported. If you've been holding back with your offerings, Now is the time to change that. Allow yourself to be open, honest, and vulnerable. This can prepare you to open up to even greater opportunities in the coming days, weeks, and months. All right? And the card that wanted to show itself, Medicine Mother. I looked at that card and immediately, like my face, I just felt it just light up, right? So, honor your inner knowing. Take action. Do what you know you need to do. Mother always knows best, they say. And it's true. We all know a maternal figure who's extremely intuitive and insightful. And this medicine mother has gone through many ups and downs. She has lived and she has lost. She knows what it's like to suffer and to want to give up. So the medicine of this card is that it's okay to make mistakes and get it wrong sometimes. And it's okay for things to come to an end. It's not the end of the world, it's just the end of one chapter and the beginning of something new. The medicine mother reminds you that even though you will have low lows, you aren't here to suffer. You are here to be supported and to support others. Let her give you the loving encouragement to take the next step forward. There is an old pattern rising up in you now, and it's time to deal with it and release it for good. You are being encouraged to love and respect yourself enough to take the steps you know you need to take to move closer to where you'd like to be. You already know the answers. You know what you need to do. You may have been using delaying tactics or holding back, but now you are being guided to take action. Action requires courage, but your angels and guides are bringing you the courage to move forward. Take just one step, and when you do, the next one will be presented to you. All right? So this, all of it, is really beautiful messages, not just for myself, but for the collective in general, because we all are one. We all are a part of each other's soul tribes, right? Especially those who are on the same wave as myself. We're all on different wavelengths, right? And so when this card came out, it reminded me of use your medicine, work your medicine. And like I said, I rarely get on here and communicate what I encounter with my divine counterpart, or even with my spiritual journey. Like, I'll give you guys like cool, funny stories and things like that. But this is the part where I tell you this is not easy at all. No one in their conscious mind would say like, hey, sign me up for this experience and I want to be lost out of my mind. You know what I mean? Nobody signs up and consciously say that. Of course we signed up for this in our contract. We've dealt with it in our past lives. We've seen visions of glimpses of things that we've dealt with our divine counterparts in our past life. But I'm here to say that this isn't a bandwagon. This isn't something where, everybody talks about twin flames. Oh, let me talk about twin flame. If you notice, when I started my channel, I was nervous. I was quiet. I was like, just really like, and then this card is like, if you watch the first 6 months of my videos and then you see the break that I take and you see me come back stronger than ever, that was me going through my spiritual awakening, right? And as I did that, I continued to give more gifts and more gifts and more gifts, gifts that I wasn't even prepared for, but I know Spirit felt it was time, to have the gift to be able to heal twin flame connection. Why is that? Oh, okay, because I connect with that audience. I am a part of a twin flame connection that is in separation. You guys don't hear me talk about union all the time. I'll give a shout out if we have a union in our community, but I speak the truth, what's needed to be heard, what we need to do to support and continue to move forward. I don't tell you don't leave them, it's over. No, I never say that. I say hold space. And it's even hard for me because at the end of the day, my twin flame journey isn't sunshine, rainbows, and lollipops. It has been very difficult at times, very devastating at times, right? And even now, as I choose to hold space and continue on with my journey without my twin flame in the physical, it doesn't hurt me to say that as it would maybe a week ago, a month ago. But when you wake up and that light bulb goes off and it's just like spirits like, listen, like you're falling off the track, you're falling off the track, you're falling off the path. Like you gotta keep going, you gotta keep going. And I want you guys to understand, just because you have the gift of healing, because a lot of you do, especially that watch the channel, you're not here to save everyone. You're not here to heal everyone. And there comes a point when, how can you help someone when they won't even participate in their own rescue? And that's when you need to realize, I have to choose me, because you're sacrificing and sacrificing and sacrificing. Now, if you have a divine counterpart that is openly, trying to meet you halfway, give communication, can reciprocate, all of that, perfect. But there are some divine masculines that come off narcissistic. And I had to ask Spirit, is this even possible? Right? And so with my connection, I'm choosing to move forward. I'm choosing to hold space, but I want to move forward. I want to focus on my light work. I want to finish lighting up the world as I do. I want to be able to work with my clients and not have to take a day off to clear my energy because, me and my divine counterpart and I got into a huge blowout. Because with us having these gifts, and it's a part of our life purpose mission, as well as what we're called to do, you can't do work with others if your energy isn't in alignment. Right? So say, for example, if I get into it with my divine counterpart and somebody booked me for a reading, that whole reading is going to be my whole story, because the energy isn't clear. No matter how much sage you use, no matter how much spray you spray around yourself, you have to have your energy locked, loaded, and ready to go. Right? And again, I'll be on my journey for 4 years coming up in August, right? Officially. And I think the channel will be 3 years old, right? And so at the end of the day, you have to choose you in order for you to continue to align with where you're being called and where you're being led. And again, don't jump in my comments talking about, I'm never leaving my twin flame, like it's to the death and all of this. Okay, well, you're going to still stay upside down like a vampire and looking lost in the sauce, because that is not allowing them to do the work. That is not allowing them to heal. You sitting back and enabling them and enabling their behavior and enabling and petting and, oh, you okay, and this and the other. No. Excuse my French, let their ass hit hard. Let them hit hard. You can send love, you can send light, you can do all of that in the 5D. But if you're taking care of your divine masculine, your divine masculine is taking care of themselves, who the fuck is taking care of you? I'm sorry. Because it is not hard to, equally give. It is not hard to, equally support someone. It is not hard to break down the door and be there for your divine feminine as much as your divine feminine has been there for you, divine masculine. For those who resonate, not speaking to all. Right? But if you wouldn't have done this, then I wouldn't have done that. Like, no one has time for that. And a lot of you divine feminines have spoken to your divine masculines about this connection, about what it is. They've seen you in their visions, for those who were confident enough to communicate that. You've seen it. You've heard whole conversations, right? You know what this is, divine feminine. And you can't stand around waiting for someone's soul to play catch up, because Spirit, Source, Divine, God, you are the leader. You have work to do. And as Spirit told me through a meditation before, I said hold space. I said support. I didn't say be a doormat. And when spirit speaks that speaks volumes. Right? And so I had to get on here and speak my truth. And the way this spread came out, it is exactly my energy, my story. And if you are resonating with that, that's what I wanted to see. If we are on the same wavelength, those who resonate, like how many of you are on the same wavelength as myself. And that's also a hint to who your soul tribe members are and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, you have to also know your love, know you're respected, know your worth, know that you are appreciated. You're fearful of like your divine masculine never coming back if you decide to walk away or hold space and just live your life. You're fearful that all the time you put in is gone to waste, and you know you ruin your life. You can never get that back. You're fearful they're gonna go off and impregnate a lot of women, and there's your chance because you don't have a kid, right? But if you keep just being fearful and fearful and fearful and fearful, how are you living your damn life anyway? How are you doing what you've been called to do anyway? Right? So, yes, this journey's hard. Yes, it's tough. But when it comes to the point where you're almost on the brink of insanity, the energy's unhealthy, and your divine masculine has spiraled into a dark place, you can't follow. Someone has to pull the other one out, or you have to pull yourself out. Like I told my divine masculine, I'll walk through the fire with you, but damn it, I won't stay there. That means I'll walk through, get your ass, and pull you right back out. But if you want to stay there, go ahead, Mr. Crispy, because I'm not. We, as divine feminines, we have work to do. We have been called to step up and lead. The magic within you is only going to become greater and greater. The gifts that you have are going to continue to expand and grow and grow and grow. I have a couple of my soul sisters that actually watch the channel who have seen me personally work different gifts. And it's beautiful, their reaction. Oh my God, how did you do that? Like, show me again, how you do that? It's beautiful. And again, some of us, look, as soon as we surrender, we got to put on the express program, right or wrong, right? Pew, we just like, okay, one give after another, one give. I'm like, okay, spirit, source, divine, slow down. Let me hone in on one before you drop another one on me, right? But at the end of the day, when you're in your spiritual work, when you're doing your life path purpose mission, when you're at your spiritual business and you're helping your clients, doesn't that feel fucking amazing? So damn good, right? Because you are the medicine, right? The medicine is within you. It's not a coincidence that you never took herbology or went to class or whatever, however, and you like work herbs like no other. Like, it's in your lineage. As everything comes to, you know, more realization, you connect more, you learn more, right? It's not a coincidence that you change your environment at every place that you go, any place that your feet steps into. You are the way shower, the light worker, master manifester, the shaman, the alchemist, the high priestess. Some of you guys have gifts that you're about to realize that you have that's going to blow your mind. And I'm proud of each and every one of you. See, that's why I tell you, my exchanges are so cheap. Like, you can look at other crystal shops, other people that do Reiki, whatever. And like, dang, Chrissy, like, what's going on? Like, you know, half off? Like, no, it's not about the money with me, right? This is my purpose mission. But I set my exchanges that way because I want you to be able to enjoy, to create, to manifest the same way I was able to, right? That's why my classes are affordable. $40 a week. And they learn a lot. And my business partner was like, 300. I'm like, I'm not doing that. I cannot. Right? But they learned so much. And a few of them already opened their spiritual business. And the class just ended in March. The first week of March. Second week of March, I believe. Right? So work your light. Shine your light. Change the world. Right now, if your divine masculine isn't picking on what you're stepping in, keep it pushing. They will catch the fuck up. I woke up and I was just like, what is happening to me? I'm like, okay, this is the move. All right, I'll trust it. And whenever you get too far, right? We all know it. What happens? Here comes divine masculine. But no. I'm not opening this door unless I know energetically you've changed. I'll still hold space in my heart for you. But if you walk across that door and you're in that low vibrational energy, you're going to be limping back. Right? So you guys let me know what you think. And I don't need nobody in my comment sections who aren't a part of my soul tribe to come in here and tell me about, oh, how I'm going to die with my divine masculine. Okay, 6 feet. Because this is not what this video is talking about. Oh, how dare you say we're not supposed to be together. Okay, click off. Watch somebody else's channel who's going to sell you a dream, because you're not going to get that here. So before you even think about it, I'm telling you everything that you're going to say already. And I'm advising you, don't write that in my comment sections. Because my soul tribe, my spiritual team, will jump right into your comment sections and eat you alive. If you notice, in my comment sections, we don't do negativity. Right? So if you want the truth, you listen. If you want to be fed bullshit, you can go to somebody else's channel and get sold a dream. Because that's not what I've been called to do, and excuse my French, right? So I'm sending all of you guys so much love and light. Let me know what you think in the comments. I love you all, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.